Hello and welcome, dear viewer, to my channel. Today in our video, I will tell you what stories people have sent me in the mail. My 24M fiancé, 23F, is constantly avoiding to apologize and guilt trips me constantly. We've been engaged for 7 months now. The problem started early on after the engagement, around 2 weeks after. I always feel like she wants validation for her negative emotions and sadness. Yet when I am upset, she tells me it isn't a big deal, and she never really provides the support that I provide to her. She never apologizes when she makes mistakes. The only time she apologized is when I specifically asked her to, and whenever I am trying to do something that I like, she asks, "Is it more important than me?" to get me to spend time with her. I've been giving a lot of gifts, and I do spend a good amount of money on her, which I don't really mind. But a couple of weeks ago, she asked me to get her mother a gift. When I refused, she started crying and told me that I should say yes whenever she requests something, and that no man says no to his fiancée. At a certain points of our relationship, she said that she is afraid of marriage and probably isn't responsible enough to live with me on her own. When I suggested that she bring that up with her parents so they can discuss it, she said no, and just told me to never mention it and immediately downplayed the whole thing. We're on the verge of breakup now. I don't think I am comfortable anymore and I don't want to stay, but I feel sorry for her. What do I do? Tell Dar I feel sorry for her, but I am unhappy in this relationship. GF, 32F, has hidden story on Facebook and lied to me, 29M, about it, and I'm broken and devastated. We broke up because of her reaction to it. My girlfriend, X, we've been dating for 7 months. She has been the sweetest thing, my best friend and my inspiration. Things were going great. It was a perfect relationship with slight problems which will be noted down. We started dating around the 1st of September, but we had known each other before that. Up until December, things were perfect, but it could also be the honeymoon period. In December, things at her workplace changed drastically. She was moved to new workplace and has been offered a promotion. That's when things changed. She became a little less available and somewhat distant. Allegedly, it was to focus on work and get that promotion, so I said, okay, fine. We still keep seeing each other like before. The only difference was reduced texting and sex life was reduced by 70%. She wasn't in the mood and was tired all the time. That was her excuse. Scroll few weeks, turmoil at work. We are approaching the new year. Things are starting to feel different. She starts introducing new male coworkers and is talking about them all the time. She even texting them at social media using funny nicknames. This, along with reduced sex, has raised few red flags for me. She became even more distant while at work, completely ignoring me and barely replying, from girl who would reply instantly no matter what to replies being 30+ min late, all under excuse to focus on promotion. But IRL, everything seemed great. Except now she became more protective of her phone as if she was hiding something. Another red flag for me, but I kept it cool. Scroll few days, her promotion fails because changes in the company. She gets pushed aside as they introduce Souza, the person who took her promotion and became her boss. Souza is simply put a manipulative, attention-seeking whore, but somehow for some reason she became best friend with my girlfriend, and suddenly she became equal to me. They sort of had inappropriate relationship, holding hands, massaging each other at work. But after work, nothing would happen. They wouldn't text, they wouldn't contact each other, which I found weird. Scroll few days. Girlfriend stops saying goodnight, replies are longer and longer. Texting is dry, short replies, no emojis. Her now excuse is that she is depressed. But keeps convincing me that everything is all right. Sex is once a month thing, and she posts status on Facebook saying she doesn't believe in love or forever anymore. I asked her what's that about. She said depression and has nothing to do with me. January and half of February was the same. Sex life has slightly improved, but communication remained the same. Other than that, when we were together, everything was perfect. Also, she wasn't protective about her phone anymore. Scroll few days, mid-February they get moved to different city nearby. Shift changes, bunch of promises, blah blah. She has Souza, her now BFF, and third person is introduced Andrea. Things start to seem a bit off from here. My sweet GF is no longer sweet and is changing rapidly to this new person who I dislike, attention-seeking, insecure, and is trying to do all sorts of cosmetic changes. Eyebrows, lips, ears, the girly stuff. When I asked her why is she doing that, she said it's to feel better about herself and fight with depression. Alright, sure. Scroll few days, I start to hear bad things about her new BFFs. Simply put, they're attention-seeking, cheating, and they flirt a lot with everyone. That raised another red flag for me because my girlfriend wasn't like that. Why is she hanging out with them? NEP, it's just a work thing. but suddenly I start hearing from her less about work. When we are together, it's perfect. When we're not, it's radio silence. A few texts when we're not seeing that day compared to 200 texts before Sousa and Andrea. Fine, sure, NP. It's fine, we are good and still going strong. Scroll few days. They start putting makeup and keep blasting stories on Facebook and Instagram. My girlfriend, who would post one story in 3 months, is now posting 10 plus stories per week, mostly selfies, and is protective of her phone again. I confronted her about that, said I don't like that kind of behavior because she is spamming stories of her new BFFs, but won't post me on any social media. So I asked her to not do that or post me so I don't feel like she has checked out of relationship and is seeking new guy, and I'm just someone to keep her company until new guy comes. But problem is, she wasn't like that before new BFFs. That's where the problem started. She started being secretive. So I purposely disabled my Instagram account to test her, and bam, as soon as my account was off, she starts blasting stories again. And I was told this by a friend who screenshotted them and sent to me. I turn back my Instagram account. She stops posting stories. Okay, scroll few days, aka 3 days ago. I check her profiles casually. No new posts on Facebook nor Instagram. Few hours pass, friend sends me screenshot of story. It's a normal pic, nothing provocative. I took the picture of her on our last trip. Decent pic, but there's a slider with heart eyes emoji. And that story is for some reason hidden from me. I asked her over text, is she hiding something from me? Did she do something that she shouldn't? She said no, but became very upset and paranoid and keeps spamming calls and texts. I told her about the story and she didn't deny it. Instead, she started raging, saying she won't tolerate that. Tolerate what? So I broke up in anger over text, and that was it. She instantly blocked me on everything. Next day, Thursday, complete radio silence, so I text her first, is she available? I want to come over and break up in person and discuss that. I go to her place to have civilized talk and respectfully part our ways. So I asked her why she did that. Why she hid the story from me. Was it so some other dude is supposed to react and rate it? Why the secrecy? She denied everything, said it's a bug on Facebook and that Sousa and Andrea couldn't see it either. I asked her to open story archive so that we can take a look, but she said because of a bug that story is no longer there. She deleted it and lied about it. Then I asked her to open Instagram where she had posted another story. I was blocked. But she claimed she can't go online because of activity status, and her BFFs will see it and spam her in group chat. Alright, fine, although I knew she had activity status disabled, so that was a lie. We kinda end up taking for 5 hours. We don't really break up, hug each other, and I leave. She texts goodnight as if nothing happened, and I do out of respect. Next morning, a text from her. Angry because I didn't text her good morning, so I say good morning, and friends texts me screenshot of Insta story, and that infuriates me, so I tell her that she lied again about something stupid and benign, and she breaks up. That was it. Did I overreact, or was my action to break up with her first in the right place? It seems silly and surreal, but then again trust was broken, and she lied about something benign and won't admit. She also has suspicious history of cheating and is hanging out with whores. Few notes. Her workplace is a shit show with no regulations or any rules, really. It's anarchy, and they don't really do all that much. She used to post her ex, but wouldn't post me on social media. She would contribute much more to relationship for her ex, but didn't want to for our relationship or me. Sexually, she was much more active and would do all sorts of things with her ex, but wouldn't with me, under excuse she wanted healthy relationship. Before her new BFFs, she was shy and not active on social media. Suddenly, she posts 10 plus stories on Facebook with her friends who are by all definitions whores. TLDR, GF started hanging out with whores and became secretive and distant. She has hidden story on Facebook from me, and I broke up with her because of that and the fact that trust was broken and she lied and tried to manipulate me over something benign. Pic was decent, and it was from our last trip. I took the pic. Story had heart eyes emoji slider, and it was purposely hidden from just me. Write in the comments what you think about these stories. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you like it. Also put a bell so you don't miss new videos. See you soon.